Hey guys, Jamie here from the Butch Harmon School of Golf, and today we're talking about the positioning of the club in the backswing and also how it can influence the path and the approach to the ball on the way down. When it comes to talking about the golf swing, you often hear the phrase, impact is all that matters, and I fully agree with that. However, I think it's often neglected to be spoken about how the top of backswing affects the impact. For me, the balance of the club at the top of the backswing is key to how you're going to produce the impact position that you want to see. So with a lot of golfers, and I'll start with slicers because it's definitely the more common among the average golfer, you tend to see a position where the club at the top of the backswing will be a little bit laid off or pointing behind me. Now, more often than not, I see this caused because of a lack of hip rotation, a lack of shoulder rotation, and a rather large lift with the arms above them as they feel like they're trying to get power. Now, when we see that laid off position at the top, you'll notice the butt of the club points out in front of me, and this is normally where the power is applied. They try to transition with a lot of power, they pull the club out in front of them, they make a steep approach into the ball and an out to in swing path which curves the ball left to right. Contrary to that, you see drawers the opposite way around. You'll nearly always see a kind of big deep hand path where the hands kind of pull in behind your body, a big rotation of the hips and arms, and at the top of the swing we see a cross the line position where the club actually points a little bit more out to the right of target. With this, you'll see where the grip points. So when the grip points back in behind me and I go to apply power, you'll see the butt of the club pulling back behind me and you'll see the club shallowing out. And when it gets stuck in behind me a little bit too much, you'll see a very handsy release through the golf ball. So if you're a slicer, for me, one of the things you could definitely try is the feel of at the top of the backswing, feeling like the club is a little bit more across the line or pointing right of target. And from there, feel like you're almost going to match that with a swing that goes right of target. If you're a drawer, on the other hand, you can feel the opposite. You can feel a little bit more of a hands in front position as the club goes back in front of the chest instead of deep in behind my shoulders. And at the top of the swing, almost as if the club is pointing to the left of target. And again, this should help you feel like you can stay on top of the ball and swing left through impact. Now, I'm definitely somebody who struggles more with hook than slice. So for me, I always have the feel of the hands being way in front, the club feeling like it's laid off and open at the top, and like I'm swinging left through the ball. Let's give it a go. And for me, they're a nice result. Although I feel like I'm hitting a massive slice, you can see the ball only really curves a couple of yards left to right in the air, and for me that's a great shot. It's one that I struggle to hit, but at the same time when I feel like I can hit it, I really get the best results. So like I said, if you're a drawer of the golf ball, try and have that feel that the club, as it gets to the top of the backswing, the hands are a bit more in front of your body and the club is pointing behind the target, and follow that with the feeling of the club pulling across a little bit more to the left of your body on the way through. If you're a slicer, the opposite. You want to feel like the hands are a little more behind your back, the club is pointing across the line or right of target, and that you feel like you swing that direction as you come down into the ball. With that backswing change, you should be able to produce a different ball flight and get control of that.